Welcome to the Libacious Podcast.
We're your hosts.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Kaylin.
Enjoy. Happy New Year! It'll be after New Year when you guys see this, but still.
Well, yes, we're here.
It's still New Year.
We're here to shepherd everyone into this new 2023 season.
Ooh, my hands are ashy.
Ash has some ash.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to just address this momentous occasion. We made it another year. Congratulations, everyone.
Ooh.
And
You're alive.
with that, we've made another year of the podcast, which is actually kind of pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? 3 years we've been doing this at this point?
Like the first consistent year, I think. But
yeah, this total. One. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, this is the first one where we really didn't take a month-long break or something like that. Months long. Like we took a break between like a couple of weeks or something like that, but this is we've been pretty consistent this time. So so if you've been listening this whole time, thank you for joining us. And if you're new here, welcome to the Libacious Podcast. If that's what you were looking for, you've come to the right place. Here we are. And with that, our libations for today are this I was going to say seltzer, but I don't think it's a seltzer, is it?
It's margarita.
A premium malt beverage with natural flavors and certified colors, it says on it. But Cayman Jack. So we've been actually drinking this we drank they have these little like glass bottles, which are kind of cool.
I feel like they're stronger in that. Like,
yeah, it feels like it, doesn't
when they're in
it?
a glass bottle.
Yeah, it does feel like it. But this one we have just the normal like seltzer looking cans, the skinny ones. But this one they have margarita. So they have like a bunch of different flavors of margarita. They have just the regular margarita. Huh?
They only sell margarita, this brand.
Well, it's is it?
Pretty
Do
sure.
they? I thought it was just like a Cayman Jack like drink.
The other one says margarita also.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, yes. So these are their flavored margaritas then, I guess. The flavors are mango, watermelon, strawberry, and just regular, I guess, lime margarita. But they're pretty good. We like them. So if you haven't tried them yet, go grab them. This is what the bottle looks like.
They're a little. I think they're kind of strong to be canned.
They do feel strong,
bit, yeah.
But I think it is.
But the other ones you can taste like. You know what I'm saying? Like the other ones, like the glass, they taste strong. But these, you have two, you're like, oh. Or sometimes one, you're like, oh.
It's like, okay, I feel that. I think it's 5.8% alcohol, and the normal like beer is 5%. So I don't know if that's like anything to do with it. And I always think like it tastes like tequila, but I just read that it's like malt. Yeah. It's a malt beverage.
So this year we are staying in, I think for the first time ever since being together for New Year's.
Oh yeah, New Year's, yeah.
Because I think the last few years we've been with Emily.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Is it Emily?
Last year we just went across the street.
Yeah.
Because we were
that was with
because me.
Yeah. I was fine with staying home.
Yeah.
Because that was like the peak, and then we're all like, let's just stay in. But no, not Emily. This is the first year. The first year we were together, I think we were with Emily, and
the year before that,
we were with
before last year.
Yeah, we were
with Alex,
Alyssa.
Yeah.
We're supposed to do that again, but we all like have our own thing going on.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's just stay home and save some money.
Yeah. It's literally it is funny because it's like this is a good like milestone for a lot of people, but I think as with like birthdays, like for us we don't really feel like it's imperative that we celebrate like on the birthday. Mm-hmm. But like if it's just like a get together or like celebrating around the birthday, that's fine. So it's like we're celebrating a new year. We're gonna still celebrate a new year with our friends. It's just not on actual New Year's.
Yeah, we're gonna see them
in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's but I think it's a good way. It's a good time to reflect and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Like even like when you stay home, just sit down and just see what happened last year, and then see what you want to like improve on the next year, right? Which is what we've actually been sitting down and doing for the podcast and other aspects of our life, which we will be revealing slowly through these first few months of the year, I think. Yeah,
we're trying to make this one of our priorities on top of another priority. It's a new business. What's the word?
Strategy.
Adventure.
Adventure. Yeah. Yeah. Do a little dip our toes into the business side of things.
Try to be our own boss eventually.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's where we really need to like. We want to thrive because it's like we both get home from our jobs where we commute to. And we have like people that we have to like answer to and stuff like that, and we're just mostly kind of like at this point we kind of just like it just drains us all the time, and it's like I don't know if sometimes we try to record like after those days, and I'm pretty sure you could tell, but it's we have things that we have been planning out, and I know it's a lot like New Year's resolution.
We started this middle of this year.
Yeah, the middle of the year.
Talking about it.
Yes.
And then recently we were kind of like, why not just try?
Yeah.
Like, what's gonna hurt? I mean, we spent a few $100.
Yeah.
And dumped our money into it, and it didn't work. Okay.
Right.
We'll try something new, or that wasn't for us.
Right. And that's
doesn't hurt to try.
Yeah. It's like a trial and error type of thing. Like, I mean, if you look at the beginning if you go to our Instagram and go back to the beginning, like the first videos that we ever did, we kind of like were trying to, I think I was trying to like get way too like produced with it. Like
yeah, you were.
Yeah. So
like, I want to feel like we're hanging out with friends, but I want it to be like a production.
Right. Yes. So, but
I'll tell you 500 times, like we are not there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think once we get nice mics and if we get like a nice, like we're working at like our setup, it's good, okay for now, you know? But eventually I want to have like pictures like us and our friends in the background. Yes. And then eventually have more guests on the podcast. Maybe, even if it is just like our friends, and then build up to like reach out to other people.
Yes.
But I want to have a following, like a consistent following.
We do have to get on other people's podcasts, I think. And I don't know how we do that, but if you have a podcast, if you're listening to this and you have a podcast and you want us to be on it, we can. And then if you want to just ask us like the weirdest questions ever, we'll have some weird answers.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, we definitely want to replace all these like stock IKEA pictures. Yeah. Sorry to blow us up, but these are all from IKEA.
Right.
And
Sponsor us,
please, IKEA. We
free shopping spree.
Yes. Oh my God. Can you imagine if they gave us?
I'll be so happy.
Just imagine what you could do with like $1,000 there.
No, I need more.
You need like 5. You want furniture?
Give me 5.
5,000?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we could do.
Can you imagine how much we can get for 5?
We could do some damage here. Yeah. We could definitely like.
It's not. We have another room, Kaylin. Stop looking at this room.
I'm in this room.
I know, but you're like but you're only thinking about this room.
The object permanence thing from like babies that happened that like stays with me. Like I can't I don't think about anything other than this right in front of me.
I know.
Like at all times. Like it's
like,
really.
This room's getting together. Our bedroom we sleep in every night. We're in majority of the time. It's a disaster.
My eyes are closed the majority of the time we're in there. So.
No, it's not.
I know.
We've had movie nights and days.
That's true. That's true. I'm just saying.
I'm like the pile of clothes on the dresser.
I work in here, so. I wanted to look. I'm just kidding. It's all me.
Yeah,
me.
Literally.
Me.
As I said, you act like you're your only child.
I ignored my brother like I was an only child. So
I was raised as almost an only child, and I don't act like you.
Well, there's a difference between us, I guess. Opposites attract.
Yeah. And that's
selfishness. I don't think I'm selfish. I just think about myself more than others. It's not selfish. It's selfish-ish.
No. Okay. Whatever.
Anyway.
Have an argument.
Yeah, we're gonna have an argument right. Bringing in the new year
Talk with my eyes.
Yeah,
it's like I'm gonna kill you.
I see those. Podcast. They're sparkly. They are sparkly. I like them. Brings attention to the pupils. Dilated, because you're mad. Seeing red. You're seeing red. How do your eyes turn red? Are you high? I'm just kidding. Oh, speaking of. Oh no.
We went to the grocery store.
Good transition.
Yeah. We went to the grocery. Oh wait, we got turned down.
I turned it down. A little bit. Yeah, so it sounds okay.
We went to the grocery store and we found CBD drinks.
Just a CBD soda. Yeah. It's crazy.
Like I've seen them on like YouTube or like TikTok and like I found this drink and I never think because like LA and I'm like okay it's out there. I never thought it would be in
LA is definitely
Illinois.
Like the
try everything first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we were walking to the grocery store, and I was like, he needed a drink, and I was like, look at this.
My blood sugar was plummeting. I needed a quick Snapple.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at this. It was like, what, 20 milligrams?
Something like that, yeah.
20 milligrams per can.
Which I feel like that's a lot.
That's a lot, yeah.
Yeah, like, we're
going to be hella mellow. We should try that. Oh, we can't do it. I'll talk to you later about that.
Well, I was thinking we could try it on the podcast. That might be fun. But
I'm not waiting to try it on the podcast. Cause
well, we can go get more.
I barely sleep. Or I barely talk when I'm not supposed to mellow you out. I'm already mellow. True. I'm a mellow personality without it.
That's true.
You think I want that and I barely talk. Like, it's a struggle to get me to talk now.
Maybe.
You're going to have me like this.
Yeah. Maybe. Even
more when you have, like, when you do topics I don't want to talk about. Or you use your topic, I'm like.
Maybe I get a list from Reddit, like, high thoughts and stuff like that. And maybe, like, if it's, like, a topic that you would like.
Yeah, but can I get back to
We'll figure it out. You go back. Yes. Yeah.
What was it called? What was I saying? Oh, and I was like, oh my gosh, look at this. I got kiwi.
Yeah, strawberry kiwi.
Strawberry kiwi. Like yeah. And he got grapefruit. And they had another brand, but it had, like, no flavoring. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, and it was bigger.
No, same.
It was the same size?
Can, yeah.
Oh, same can. Okay.
But we said this year we want to start this new year.
The new year. Mm-hmm.
The new year. We want to start. Instead of, like, coming home after a rough day at work, having, like, a glass of wine or, like, a cocktail, we will have a puff of something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A puff of the green.
It's legal in Illinois, so we're going to be able to do a little bit more of that. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, like, I know with me...
But it's hard... Sorry. Go ahead. Because with some jobs... I know a lot of places don't test anymore because it's legal. Yeah. But still, some places, they still test and they don't want that in your system. So it's like...
But it's also... It's weird, too, because, like... I mean, it doesn't last in your system too long.
If you're a hardcore smoker, yeah. Yeah. Like, some of my friends are.
Yeah, like, if it... Yeah. But it's also... Like, with me, for some reason, I thought that my job was going to drug test me when I started. And so I, like, kind of, like... Well, also, I didn't smoke... I didn't smoke that much.
We don't smoke like that.
Like, if this was college and I was trying to get a job that drug tested, I'd be like, oh, because everybody around me was, like, smoking, and I ask me twice, I'll always say yes, right. Kind of thing. But
I want to try edibles.
I think again. Yeah. I do want to do that, but the one that I have to talk through that whole story on the podcast. I don't know if I talked through that.
What?
That 420 that all of us ate, like, the big cookies that we had, and I ate way too much, and
who, you and your college friends?
Yeah, and we got on the bus, and that guy started asking us riddles, and we were all, like, super high. Mm-hmm. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, you told me that before. Yeah, like once.
I don't know if I told it on the podcast, but
you might have.
I'll tell it another day.
Tell it again.
But yeah, no, I think edibles, I definitely want to do more, like, microdosing kind of things. Like, I don't trust myself anymore, because I was literally this story.
I mean, like the ones you get from, like, the dispensaries, and it's like
the little bits.
Per one is like whatever.
Yeah, because this thing was literally like a giant.
I know.
Like,
I've had a Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah, and
with a certain person, and we ate that. I think we ate half. So she had half, I had half, and then we didn't feel it. It kicked in like hours later, but we also smoked on top of it, so it was even worse. No. And we were also drinking, so we were crossfaded.
No, I black out when
but we didn't. But it wasn't like we drank a lot. It was like it was just there to sip on.
You don't have to drink a lot.
Yeah.
Like I'm like.
So I think it was like it was either like seltzers or it was like probably wine. And we were outside just listening to music and FaceTiming her friend. And I was like, I knew it was the first time I ever got high. Like, actually. Cause I've always smoked, like, had puffs with, like, friends, you know.
Yeah.
But it never hit me. It hit me once in high school, but I knocked out. And I was like, okay, that's high, obviously. But also, I was thinking, I think I'm tired because I've been running around with these fucking bitches all day. In a car. And I was like, maybe I'm just tired and not high, you know?
Yeah.
And
that's what happened to me.
And then with her, we had the edible. It was so much she knew it was homemade. And I was like, this is gonna be hella strong because you know they don't measure
ours
shit.
Was homemade too. Yeah.
You know they don't measure shit.
Yeah, no, they're like, okay, bunch of weed just in the pot. Okay, let's go.
We ate that, and then we kept smoking, and I knew I was high because her dad was doing something in the kitchen, and I thought it was so funny. And I was like,
oh, is it the video?
Yeah. No, it was of that day, that night.
That day.
But I looked at her and I was like, I think I'm actually high for the first time. I was like, I've never felt this way before. But now I just go to sleep.
But now it's sleepy time. Yeah, we'll try more. Maybe we'll have a special 420 episode. We'll see.
Some friends on here that do it.
Yep. We'll have people guide us.
Once we get more equipment. Why do I have what's his face song stuck in my head? Because we listen to us. The one I was watching. I got you watching. Who's making his beats on TikTok?
Oh, Charlie Puth or something like that.
I got that one song we just listened to
Light
earlier.
Switch.
Yes, but it played like an hour ago.
Yeah, it was in there too.
I know, but I really when you started doing that, I don't know, that went in my head.
Because I was turning.
When you came back, and I was like,
was I turning you on like a light switch?
Wait.
Oh, down.
I'm gonna go.
I turn her off like a light switch.
We know our light switches here are weird.
It's like
our bathroom is down.
She took her. I said a dad joke. You took your pants off, and I heard.
No. First it was like.
Yeah.
She do like a dad joke.
Yeah, I was dressed up.
No, the faucet.
Yeah. It was dripping, and then it stopped. Anyway, we're gonna. We had talked about talking about what we have been thinking about next year. We've been talking about a Patreon maybe, where we do a little bit more lewd, like talking about more like stuff that maybe people might want to know about our inner lives, but we don't really want
like answer questions that may be more raunchy or just a little bit the odd questions that you know what I mean, you're like afraid to ask that we can answer on the Patreon, or like we can go in more details of like not our life but just like
life in general.
Yeah, life in general. And be more what's the word I'm trying to think of? I'm thinking of a word, but I don't know if it's the right word to say, so I'm not gonna say it.
Just say it.
No.
We can try to figure it out.
I'm gonna put it on Google and see.
Okay. All right. But yeah, no, I think also I think as we kind of go in this business journey that we're going on, I think it might be good to like just talk through that as we're going through it, because I don't know who we might help. We might help somebody who's thinking about it too, and like there's a whole process of everything. Like we're trying to go through this whole trademark thing. Like that's a big thing. We weren't really thinking about. We're like, oh, if we just we were trying to do the She-Hulk thing, where she was like, oh yeah, no, I just use She-Hulk, and then somebody actually trademarks the name, and then she's like, no, it wasn't it. No. Okay. When somebody actually trademarks the name, and then you have to like be like, well, I was using it.
We can ask that. If anyone knows how to trademark
without spending $600,
I know it's gonna be a lot of money. But like, if you can guide us, because look like we're gonna have to do trademark the name and our logo, separately.
Yeah, so separately.
Because it said a thing. It said your phrase or whatever your name, and it's your logo. So it's gonna be $1,200.
I think we would start. I think where we want to start, just talking out loud, is probably the name first. Mm-hmm. And then once we get the name, we can do the logo, and then the logo.
Well, for a podcast, we need both.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to save for that.
Yeah. So. So yeah, there's all this stuff. I mean, hopefully, everybody can, people can help us with this. But
that's why we're gonna create Patreon, because.
Yeah, create a Patreon. That's why we want to try to figure out. I think we feel more
comfortable and not censor ourselves as much.
Yeah. Do we censor ourselves?
Some things we know, like. My mom listens sometimes. Yeah. Your dad has hinted that he was like, maybe, and you were like, no, and your aunt listens, but your aunt and my mom are like, they don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But still, like, sometimes.
That's true, and we really want to do shorter episodes because we want to be able to, like, actually just, like, talk through. Yeah, do weekly.
If you have Patreon, it would be weekly.
Well, yeah, Patreon's going to be weekly. For all the non-Patreon people, it's going to be only twice a week, or not twice a week. Twice a month. That's what you get. Asshole. Can't say every other week. All these plebeians listening to not Patreon are only listening every other week. But anyway, I think that'll be a good one. But yeah, no, we got stuff kind of going like here, there, everywhere, and we're trying to keep up with it. Mm-hmm. If we kind of like fall off on some things, stick with us.
I mean, we were like putting all our eggs in one basket for something else for that moment.
Yeah. Yes, we're like,
which we're gonna try. Probably the episodes will probably be more pre-recorded than normal in the near future.
Yeah.
Because of our business venture we're trying to do. Mm-hmm. So we're probably, just fair warning, it's probably gonna be like some batches. It's probably gonna be like batches of stuff. It'll be like probably topics might be like, late or like past. Sometimes we talk about like.
Oh, like current events?
Yeah, current events. It might be. So, just so you guys know.
We try not to. We're also, like, whenever we talk about movies, it's always, like, movies that have been, like, out for a long time.
Yeah, so that's not new.
Like, we just watched Matrix Resurrection, which that's been
out for, like, how long?
For, like, a year? About a year.
Has it been a year?
Maybe about a year. Maybe it came out the beginning of this year. Or the beginning of 2022. The beginning of this year was like a week ago, or like actually the beginning of this week. Matrix Resurrection. But we just
2021.
Oh, it was 21.
I'm like, okay.
Okay, yeah. So it's been out for about a year.
Yeah, a year exactly. This year's over.
We
just watched that. We can talk about that. That was.
Oh no. Okay, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that, and then we'll wrap it up because we gotta get some stuff done.
Yeah.
Today, but that was the whole premise of that. The beginning of it was it was just like, I love how they were just like, we gotta mind, it has to be a mind fuck, just like everything, like literally. So if you haven't seen Matrix Resurrection, you probably should just stop listening to us. But if you have seen it, go
watch it and come back.
Yeah,
because you'll understand.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen it, go watch it and come back.
If you're gonna keep listening or watching, what's it called?
Yeah, heavy spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler. I'm like, I kept saying warning alert.
Warning alert.
In my head.
Warning alert, please.
You can't talk today. I can't talk. No, you couldn't talk yesterday.
Oh yeah.
No, today you said
this morning.
The cream.
Oh, your shirt. She has this shirt that's like white and like brown, or like this color. What she's wearing.
Did you say creamsicle?
No, I said cream and vanilla and vanilla caramel swirl. Your vanilla caramel swirl shirt or cardigan.
It's literally.
Oh no.
This print, but it's.
Well, we have a picture of you wearing
white.
It. We have a picture of you wearing it. I'm gonna have to find it and put it up.
It's white and it's tan or khaki.
It's not white. It's like cream.
Cream, okay.
It's
cream.
It's your creamsicle shirt.
It's cream and like tan. But anyways, back to Matrix.
But yeah, no, Matrix. Like it begins with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Who is obviously stuck in the Matrix again.
But they make it seem like he is a
Like a program?
A programmer for video games. Yes. And he's like the best of the best. Mm-hmm. And they make it like if you're not watching, you'll miss the cues as like he's in the Matrix still, because when you look at the spoiler, you see him in the reflection, he's like this, like, looks like a 60-year-old man,
old balding man.
Yes. Who like look like he hates his life but loves his life at the same time. What do you say?
Yeah. He's like loves the comfort of his life but also is very lonely and just like kind of like is just going through the motions.
And like it's kind of shitty because the person who is the, what is it called? The maker.
Architect?
Yeah. He was the architect, but also not the architect because he helped build it without realizing it. Mm-hmm. And the person who was in charge, like the architect, like over him, he was like, "Oh yeah, you gave me this idea to like pause or whatever."
Oh, the analyst.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his therapist, which I think everybody, if you're listening right now, you've seen it, right? So the analyst is Barney from How I Met Your Mother. What's his name?
Yeah.
What was his
Barney.
name? Yeah, I know, but what's the actual?
I don't know his name.
I forget his name. But
everybody's calling him Barney. So.
Yeah, just Barney from How I Met Your Mother. But they literally wait,
hold on that. Everybody was so shocked when he came, like, after all that, and he came out like with his husband.
Came out as gay?
Boyfriend. Really? Time people were like, "What?"
It was like he's such a convincing playboy.
Right.
He's
a straight man. He plays it so well.
He had a porn wall in the thing or whatever.
Okay, anyways.
But what was it?
He is his therapist.
Yeah, so like it's so funny because like as we've been watching the Meg over and over again, I've noticed like different like movie like things. Mm-hmm. So like all the foreshadowing happened at the very beginning of the movie. They're like, okay, so we're gonna try to. They're like trying to be super meta about the movie to like mess with everybody, being like, okay, so we're doing a Matrix 4, and then but they're like it's the movie is a video game, so like he made the first 3 are his video game that he made, and they're like the Matrix.
He's like, it feels so real. I don't know why.
Right.
It's like the characters are a little bit about me and the woman I loved.
Yeah.
He was like, everything else is just a video game.
The Matrix 4. Yeah. And so they keep on being like, we need another bullet time. How are we going to do that? We need to get the mind
Everybody sees this. And it's like someone with a toy gun.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God. And then, so they're just basically explaining what they should have just been recording what they were trying to do for this movie. Mm-hmm. Like, that was literally what they did because they were just like, okay, Matrix 4. New bullet time, right. New like people don't want the philosophy, they want the action. And then they were like, but people also want the philosophy. And then he's like says something, or like they put like a quote on the wall or something like that. I'm like, what are you even trying to do right now? I'm like, this is so crazy and meta and just being like so like super self-aware but trying not to be at the same time.
And like while they're doing this, like it's showing like his daily routine, like he's just over it. The entire day gets like worse. He's like, he gets like his face gets like more depressive.
Yeah, he's like,
sorry.
Yeah, and like immediately they're like, no, the craziest thing that they did was they were like, Warner Brothers told us to make another one. I'm like,
either we're in or they're shutting us down.
Yeah, I was like, wait, like, are you really? Are you really? They were like, I thought we weren't gonna make any more of those. And it was like Warner Brothers had other ideas. I was like, are we just talking about Warner Brothers in the middle of this Warner Brothers movie?
Which is literally because I think they're trying to force him to make another one because they felt like he was pulling away.
Yeah.
Like questioning.
This literally just happened actually with remember that game that I was telling you that Ray didn't like, the Sports Story game. So apparently somebody like hacked in and found the developers room, and they literally were like saying like, somebody asked us to make more features, so it was like, hi, you caught us on our mandatory break. Like in the thing, and then it was like somebody asked us to make more features, and then somebody else was like, well, maybe we would have had a complete game if we like. They were like, literally, this is in the game, and it's like the people, and they're like, and then Ray had talked about it the next day. He was like, is this was that a cry for help, or it was like, was that just them being like, yeah, let's just make fun of this? Yeah. No, I think he was like, I really think it was a cry for help, and I was like, that kind of felt like that one scene in The Matrix where he's like, they're like, yeah, no, our corporate overlords, Warner Brothers told us that we had to make another one or else they're going to cut our funding. And it's like, Jesus.
Which I felt the guy who said that, it was like, why would they make, it was the guy, his fucking, what's his name? His nemesis.
Agent Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Anderson.
Why would you make him?
Like, I want him to come back from Lord of the Rings. If you die,
that means we can go back to...
It was like, why couldn't they bring that actor back? They had to make him that young, like, they were
he probably didn't want to.
They were recasting. Yeah. They were like recasting the entire everybody and they're like, oh, this is Agent Smith now. Guys, look, it's Agent Smith now, yeah. I was like, no. I know him as that elf from Lord of the Rings. That actor.
Right? Like, the build-up of it was good, I would say. I think the build-up of it... It was like... We called it, like, we called it...
revealing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we were like, we already know what's going to happen. But it was like, the action was okay, it was good. The storyline...
You know, did you notice that he didn't shave his head completely this time? You know, in the first Matrix, he like had everything like completely bald and shaved.
Yeah, he kept his hair.
He still had his like giant widow's peak and everything like that. And I wonder if he was like, I'm not doing bald again.
Right.
He's like, I'll go in the goo. I'm not doing bald again.
So we'll rate, the action was like, what we say, 1 out of 10. I was about to say 5 out of 10. 1 out of 10. 1
out of 10? The action?
No, I'm asking like 1 to 10. I'll say 1 to 5. Just 1 to 5.
1 to 5 for the action.
That's like a 5.
I think it delivered on the action. There was this random stuff where storyline was,
I think a good 3.
I think maybe I need to watch it a couple more times, like I had to for the Matrix.
Yeah.
But like there is a whole part where this French man was yelling at them about them ruining the Matrix franchise. Like, it was like literally this guy just being like, it's supposed to be about this, and you guys just want to be fighting and all this kind of stuff. It's about the reality of like, blah, like he's just yelling and we're just like, what is happening? And they're just fighting this entire time. I think it was like making fun of itself. And also, it was like, well, everybody wanted to come back, so this is what you're going to get. Yeah, and it was just like, I think it was a lot, so they were trying, it was a lot less subtle than the first Matrix. Everybody knows. Like, the first Matrix, like, everybody knows, what's there, you know? Yeah. The monsters. Yeah, and the first Matrix, I think, a lot of people have theories where they're like, well, it can be viewed as like a trans like coming out story kind of thing, like the program calling him Mr. Anderson when his chosen name is Neo, is like, that's like when people call like somebody who has chosen a different name, like trans, like a trans woman, trans man, says they're by their dead name. Yeah, calling them by their dead name. Yeah, and so they're like, but like this one, they're just like, this it feels, it is like, what it is. Yeah, and then he like literally Morpheus comes out of a bathroom stall and was like, I had more pomp and circumstance in the last one, but here I am coming out of a bathroom stall. And also, I don't understand how they had him in his. Oh wait, never mind. I know, because he was back in the Matrix. Never mind. Well, he died. It wasn't a real. I know that, but I'm saying, because I was like, when they were in that world, he was. They said it was 60 years in the future. Yeah. From the. They were like, I don't know why you guys didn't age, which was because they were in that thing. Yeah, they were in fluid, but the amniotic sac or whatever. But anyways, overall, and the ending was a 1. Yeah, it gave me Harry Potter. Yeah. Harry Potter was at 3. When he's going on the broomstick, going, that's what, like vibes. What the fuck is it? The one with his the Godfather got out of jail. Yeah, Prisoner of Azkaban. Yeah, it was Prisoner of Azkaban. Like, him like on the broomstick, like flying into the camera, like going. Like, that the ending gave me those vibes. Yeah. But it was a 1. I would say still watch it. But I'd say it's a fun classic. Yeah, it's a fun movie. It's a fun revisitation on like that world. Yeah, but anyways, we gotta wrap it up. So thanks for listening. Please write. You gotta go on the Apple Podcast to write, rate, and subscribe on any of your podcasts.
platforms. Please share with family and friends, and we will talk to you. What?
But I have another announcement. We are moving the video portion of the podcast to the official Libacious podcast YouTube.
You can find that on our Spotify. Probably easier.
Yes.
In our Instagram.
Yes. Follow the Instagram.
Yep, and please rate, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.